Yo, what's going on, LX Nation? It's yours truly. It's me. It's LX Dark Sniper. And this fight against Malky Pablo, we're just going to cut straight to the chase. There's something about fighting game developers or people that are working on games that I feel like they have an advantage when they're on the sticks. In case you guys who didn't know, Malky Pablo is part of the development for a new boxing game that's in production called Round for Round Boxing. I believe it's going to be coming out later on this year, so you want to follow these guys on Twitter to check out the latest news. Now back to the fight. With Malky Pablo, everybody has been calling him the greatest of all time, and I understand why now. But to give you guys a bit of context as to how it feels to get into the ring with this guy, for any of my OG gamers out there, we'll put it like this, okay? Fighting Malky Pablo is like fighting the computer on Mortal Kombat 2 in the arcade. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically when you fought anybody in Mortal Kombat 2, specifically the arcade version, it's almost as if the computer can read all of your inputs, and it doesn't matter what you do or anything. And that's what it felt like fighting this dude. And I don't know if he has some sort of super game developer controller or something like that, but his movement was crazy. But anyway, we're going to go straight to the fight, and we'll leave the outcome for you guys to watch. And all I'm going to say about this is that I feel bad for anybody that I fight next, because I am going to be a better person after this fight. He calls himself the Mayweather of Fight Night. Well, now I'm going to be the Canelo, the black Canelo of Fight Night. So with that being said, I do want a rematch, and the outcomes will be different. You guys enjoy.
Touch him up and let's go.
Round one of 12. There's the combo to the body. Teddy, what role can the fans play on the fighters, the atmosphere of the arena, when they know there's two guys meeting up that can bang?
An immature fighter, a less experienced fighter, can get caught up. He can try to satisfy the audience. That's a quick way to be going to the shower earlier than you wanted to.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counter punch.
Looked like the will of the wisps, the old great Willie Peck. Made him miss, made him pay.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Pacquiao's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. That right hand over the top lands flush. Countdown the final moments of this round. Manny Pacquiao started at 106 pounds and then rose up and won a super bantamweight belt, but it really wasn't until November of 2003 when he claimed the featherweight title and TKOing Marco Antonio Barrera that he became that big spotlight kind of star.
Yeah, that was his coming out party, so to speak. That's when the world found out just who and what Manny Pacquiao was.
Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. Scored well with that straight left. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Oscar De La Hoya's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Big shot he just scored with. That combination puts him down. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
1-2, 1-2.
You see, he sits and waits and then strikes with that counter punch by the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya's banged by an uppercut. And now committing to that midsection as the target with the combination punching. Not able to land the headshot. 10 clicks of the talk. Pacquiao's corner beaming right now. That was the round they wanted. You score a knockdown, you have momentum. De La Hoya is trying to get back in this round after being knocked down in the last round. But with just 60 seconds between rounds, Teddy, how much can really happen? How much can really benefit a fighter who was knocked down?
Well, a lot has to happen. First of all, you hit him with that sponge. Some cold water on top of the head where you revigorate him a little bit. You know, get his senses back a little bit. And you have to talk to him. Once he
Side to
calms
side,
down,
move your head.
once you physically get him back on track, you look to see if he's okay, and then you have to tell him why he got dropped to begin with.
While still fighting and continuing on as a major pay-per-view attraction, Oscar De La Hoya was able to start up his own promotional company. And he's been wildly successful, able to unseat some of the power brokers of the game.
Yeah, he has. Well, he's used his name, you know, to make money in the ring and outside the ring. It's a
that
name
head
that people
moving.
are familiar with in this business. He's had a lot of help with Richard Schaefer, who has been his business partner, and he's done something that...
Oscar De La Hoya's back by a left hand.
You're not focusing. Back to the
That's
body.
a forceful two-punch combo by Oscar De La Hoya.
You're still not moving enough. Move. Stay away from those. Come on, get focused.
Final 10 seconds. Not getting it done with that straight right hand. And that does it for this round.
Capitalize on his misses.
Pacquiao's power has been the biggest difference in this fight so far, Teddy. As we start round number 4 and we take a look at your scorecard, he's up 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, because of that knockdown, that was the difference. But it's still close enough for his opponent, just using his jab, fundamentals, the things that he has to do to still get back in it.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. seconds to go in round number 4. Nice block by the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya is just a completely different fighter now. I mean, he was stunned earlier in this fight, and since then, there's just more of a defensive disposition to him.
Yeah, and the important thing right now is that sooner or later, and I think it's going to be sooner, his opponent's going to see the same thing, and he's not going to stay away. He's going to get more aggressive.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Committing to the work downstairs with the left. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. De La Hoya is putting forth an effort, but he's not being effective in that regard.
You hear me? This is your fight. Keep it up. Keep scoring points.
He's a banger, too. He can punch a little. It reminds me of an old saying that a trainer once told me. It doesn't mean anything to have a big punch. It's kind of like having a military weapon, a bomb. What good is it if you don't have a missile to get it to the target? Right now, he needs a missile to get that punch. He needs to set it up, and he's not doing that.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
And banging away he goes, and he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time?
Let's go get her.
So Oscar goes down, and now he's got to continue on after beating the count.
Hey, we know he's the golden boy. We know that he has great size, great ability. Now we're going to find out what else he is.
Well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. De La Hoya's got to deal with a cut cheek.
It's okay. Pay him back.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Oh, and he stays downstairs. Manny Pacquiao is making for a very frustrating round now for his opponent because he's moving so much. He's really utilizing that ring and showing that he's got the better footwork.
Yeah, he's doing what the old timers would say, Joe. He's giving angles, keeping his opponent off balance. His opponent is strong, but he needs to be set to punch. He's making sure he doesn't allow him to get set. Doesn't give him that kind of landscape.
De La Hoya's hit by a counter punch there.
Work the body. Come on, kid. Focus. Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go.
Halfway through round 6. Good flush, straight left hand. He just
Do it,
Oscar
boy.
De La Hoya's banged up by a left hand. Well, he just went from hunted to hunter. There it is! How is he going to survive this? Once again, he hits the deck.
He's going to have to find a way.
De La La Hoya's up from the knockdown, but what we really want to look for is how he reacts in the coming moments of this fight.
Side to side. Move your head. Keep moving. Keep moving.
And now you see the southpaw pulling the trigger with the straight left.
Move your head.
Hands up.
Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. That was yet another
Just keep
round
working it.
where
This
he
is your
just
fight.
looked like the
Don't get
fresher,
lazy out there.
better conditioned fighter. And here in these later stages of this fight, that's where you get the payoff.
Well, the payoff is what we heard. We heard about coming into this fight that in training camp they were doing 5-minute rounds. We heard that, Joe. Not 3-minute, 5-minute rounds. He's getting the benefit right now of that.
Blocks away that headshot. De La Hoya's not coming up with the results that you would want to see out of him. Now he's trying to counterpunch, Teddy, but it doesn't seem to be the answer.
No, he kind of looks a little bit like that guy who went in to get his hair dyed, you know? And he thought it was going to be just a little bit lighter, and it wound up being a lot lighter. And he said, wow, what the heck did I do? I didn't think I was going to look like this. I didn't think that I was going to box like this.
A stabbing right hand by Oscar De La Hoya. Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Relax. Relax.
Seconds to go in the 7th. De La Hoya's got to be moving more than this, Teddy. I mean, you cannot win a fight just standing stationary like this.
Well, you know, if his opponent could have, he would have gotten him to sign a contract and say, hey, I want you to stand right in front of me all night long so I can do whatever I want. And he's doing whatever he wants.
First half of this fight has been very, very easy to score. You have him up big, as we see on your scorecard. That doesn't necessarily mean the second half of the fight's going to go that way, though.
No, it doesn't. What he needs to do is watch that movie, The Gambler. I think it was The Gambler with James Caan, where, you know, he went to sleep and he was ahead with all his games that he bet on. Then he woke up and he caught up to see how much money he won. And they told him, you owe 30 grand. And he said, what do you mean I was ahead? We don't pay off at halftime.
The halfway point of round number 8. Oscar De La Hoya firing off that jab. Little volume punching to the body there. Pacquiao's jab is now carrying this fight for him from the outside.
Yeah, because the jab is carrying the fight. You know, it all starts with that jab. And right now, that jab is leading the way.
Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. Manny Pacquiao's reputation is that of a guy who likes to punish an opponent. Well, then he's got a smile on his face tonight, because all night long, that's all he's done.
I don't know too many guys who don't like to punish their opponents. Show me one that doesn't, especially when his opponent has been so agreeable.
De La Hoya's work rate is very high. I looked at the punch stats, and you can see that he's a busy guy. I don't think he's an effective guy, though. A lot of these aren't landing.
Well, you have a reason to think that, Joe. Guess what? I agree. They're not landing.
Halfway through the 9th round. Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Wow, he goes down again.
This is going to be called the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
That's it. It's over. Fight is over. Oscar De La Hoya's night has ended early here. Unable to go the distance, he couldn't rise up and beat the count.